The I can start now. Yep.
You can start.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Calling meeting to order. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am honored to welcome you all to the 20th meeting of program year 21-22 of MECA KSA Toastmaster Club, club number 07879933, area 6, division B, and district 79. I am Muhammad Noman, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we begin, let me read out the mission of our Toastmasters Club. The mission of Toastmaster is to provide sportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth in achieving their excellence. I request you all to repeat after me for better listening,
For better listening,
better thinking,
for better
thinking,
and better speaking.
and better
better
speaking.
speaking,
We learn by doing.
We learn
by doing.
Thank you. No. Since we are in an online meeting, I request you all to silence your cell phone during the meeting. Members other than the role player, meeting leaders, and speakers are advised to mute their microphone during the meeting. You are used to upload using the emojis and through your videos. As a general rule, Toastmasters encourage all the speakers and role players to speak on any topic except politics, religion, and sex. I hope you would like to enjoy the meeting, today's meeting, as I would. Now let me hand over the control of the meeting to our presiding officer, who is the president and mentor of MECA KSA. He's in Toastmasters from last 20 years. And whenever we do, in the future, just go any Toastmaster joins, he said he's the mentor from that club or he's the mentor of that Toastmasters. No, I just request S.R. Sridhar, DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster S.R. Sridhar, to take over the control for the next proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Nauman, for your generous introduction. Fellow Toastmasters, good morning to you all. How is the energy level? So, we are going to have an exciting meeting today. So, what the theme of the day today? Theme is tough times don't last, but tough people do. So, you see any sport or anything, people who are just cowed down by obstacles, they don't go ahead. But those people, tough people, they go beyond the tough times, beyond the tough obstacles, and succeed. That's what, even in our club meetings, whatever we do, we have a mission over here to increase our ability to make our ability to speak in a very nice manner and impact the audience. We become great leaders and communicators. So if we, in spite of tough times, if we try to attend all the meetings, we will definitely succeed. In spite of difficult circumstances, many people are facing a lot of circumstances, but they get cowed down. So we have to be indefatigable to succeed in life, any walks of life. There are 1 million people playing tennis, and there are 1,000 people who play real good tennis, and finally 128 people get this opportunity to play Wimbledon, and only one gets the Wimbledon trophy. That's what. So you need to be the best. If you want to be the best, you need to break the tough times. That's the focus you should bring. And what is that? You have to bring that indefatigable energy. So without wasting any more time, I would like to call upon our word master, grammarian of the day, word master, to introduce the word of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar. The word of the day is indefatigable, which means incapable of being fatigued. indefatigable has synonyms which is tireless, unflagging, untiring, and very less. Examples of indefatigable in a sentence: a person of indefatigable patience, an indefatigable laborer who can work from sunrise to sunset. So the word indefatigable in easy language means tireless or untiring person or inexhaustible person. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster President.
You are muted. The video is muted. So just put on your videos. Okay, thank you. We have a guest over here, Mr. Bhaskar. Please welcome our guest, Mr. Bhaskar. Could you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Very good morning. This is Bhaskar here. This is my second meeting here in Toast Club. Thanks for the invite, and I'm glad to be here. And I'm looking forward to improve my communication and my speaking abilities by corresponding with you all in this platform. I work for Tawnia. Last week I introduced that I work for Tawnia. I'm here in Riyadh for about 11 years. I'm from Bangalore, South India.
Thank you so much.
You.
Welcome to our club and welcome to join our club. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So now, please enjoy the meeting, Mr. Bhaskar. You can unmute yourself so that we can see you, no?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. Today's meeting will be led by a Toastmaster of the day. He is a dynamic young gentleman and a person who is so friendly, and the way he communicates in a very nice manner, and he's so humble. His humility is to the core. I appreciate. He is an investment banking and corporate finance professional with over 20 years of experience in specializing in mergers and acquisitions, valuations, due diligence, strategic business planning, and management consulting. He is a partner with Simplify Consulting, boutique management consulting firm in Bahrain. Previously, he worked with global consulting firms like Deloitte, KPMG, Grant Thornton, Moore Stephens International. He is qualified instrumentation engineer and master's in business administration with core specialization in finance. He is a certified treasury manager from Association of Certified Treasury Managers. He is a family man and is blessed with 2 kids. He is currently our secretary of our Toastmasters Club. Please help me welcome Sanat Agarwal to be the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmasters leader, for that very generous introduction and kind words. Our word master of the day, he was giving examples of defatigable, and what came to my mind was we have a live example of defatigable, which is our president, DTM Sridhar. He is always so energetic, putting in so much efforts. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, meeting leaders, guests. Welcome to today's meeting, and what a wonderful theme of the day. I think tough times don't last, tough people do. So very true. We all face tough times in our life, there would hardly be a person who would not have faced a tough time in his life. Tough times can come in different shapes and forms. It could be personal, it could be professional, it could be social, or what we are currently facing globally. This could be a pandemic, it could be some natural calamity. But what is important here to understand and always remember is these times will pass away. They are not here to stay for permanent. Times are always changing. They are like seasons, they are cyclical. Good times will come, followed by bad times, and then followed by further good times. It is to us to ride through the tough times and enjoy the good times. If we don't have tough times, we will not be able to appreciate the good times. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the team leaders, because team leaders are very important part of a Toastmasters meeting. They perform very important roles which allow us to overall improve our speaking abilities. So let me start by introducing the A counter. Can we have Toastmaster Hidayatullah as A counter? Can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the R counter is to count the number of unnecessary sounds or repetitive words you may use when you are speaking today on the stage. I will be observing and taking notes of words such as you know, like, etc. These are filler words that affect the effectiveness of a speech. I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Back to you, Toastmasters of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hidayatullah. The next meeting leader is the word master, and the word master of the day is TM Mudassir Farooq. Can we have TM Mudassir Farooq? Can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I have dual roles as a grammarian and the word master of the day, so I will take it up in one shot. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is indefatigable, which means untiring, inexhaustible, wearless. Examples are a person of indefatigable patience, an indefatigable laborer who can work from sunrise to sunset. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq. Thank you for presenting both the reports in one shot. The next meeting leader, a very important one, is the role of a timer, where we are required to time the speeches so that we complete our communication and pass the message that we intend to in a given time limit. And to perform this role, we have Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. I have two names here. I'm not sure which one we are is going to play the role. Is it Toastmaster Noman?
Yep, I will take care.
Please, can you explain your role?
Yep. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and respective guests. My role as a timer to keep time for all the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and evaluation speeches. For this purpose, I will use three different colors: green, yellow, and red. The green color will indicate that the speaker hit the qualifying time. The yellow color means the speaker meet the target time. It's a halfway between the minimum time and the maximum time. and the red color when the allotted time is finished. After red color, each speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap up his speech. For prepared speeches, like we have one icebreaker from our Toastmasters, Matiur Rahman Hashmi, the ideal length is 4 to 6 minutes, where the green will be shown at 4, yellow at 5, and red at 6. For other prepared speeches, we have one speech from the Toastmasters Hadayatullah. The ideal length is 5 to 7 minutes, where the green will be appear at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. For table topic, we have 1 minute, the screen will be go green, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2. No, for evaluation, the green will be appear at 2, 2.5, the screen will be go yellow and red at the 3 minute. For table topic evaluations, we have 30 seconds for one table topic speaker to evaluate the speech. Like if we have 6 table topic speeches in this meeting, so the evaluator will have to wrap up his speech or evaluation speech in 3 minutes. Then the yellow will be at 30 seconds and red at 4 minutes. I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noman, for that wonderful explanation of your role. The next meeting leader is Toastmaster, is the vote counter, and the role is being played by DTM Dr. Sundar Ramlingam. Dr. Sundar, can you please explain your role? Do we have Dr. Sundaram? Sundar?
We'll join.
He will join, yeah, we will. Okay, for road counter, yeah, we will just share one link at the end of after every meeting, prepared after every session. You can just say first is after prepared speeches, then the table topic, and in the end for meeting leaders and the big 3. So when all the meetings will be done, so we will just distribute the names of the winner at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Norman. So without any further ado, let me straight away get into our first session, which is a session of prepared speeches. Prepared speeches is where Toastmasters prepare in advance for a particular topic with a particular objective and in relation to their pathways, chosen pathways. So this is the first session, and we have 2 prepared speeches today. One is an icebreaker and one is a level 2 P2 project. For the prepared speeches, let me first start by introducing the evaluator for the prepared speeches. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq. Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq will evaluate the speech for Toastmaster Mutiur Rahman, who is presenting his icebreaker speech. So can we have Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq? Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq is an avid Toastmaster. We have seen him rise very quickly in the club. A person with an infectious smile. Always we see him smiling and playing different roles. So can we have Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq to explain the objectives of his speaker's speech?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal. Today, the speaker, Matiur Rahman Hashmi, will introduce himself. He is going to give his icebreaker speech. The purpose of the project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So he will be basically introducing himself today. So that's Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq. Since this is an icebreaker speech, so I will desist from introducing our next speaker, Toastmaster Matiur Rahman, and straight away invite him to present his icebreaker speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Matiur Rahman. Toastmaster Matiur Rahman.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Matiur Rahman Hashi, fellow member of KCCA UK. I'm married and have two kids. I belong to the city of Lahore, which is called Heart of Pakistan. I passed my metric from in the science subject. I passed my essay examination from the FC College Lahore. After then, I passed my Bachelor of Commerce in first division. After then, I joined Mrs. Master class. I joined Mrs. Alaika Zaman Rizvani, Chartered Accountant, which is the member firm of the RSC. I passed my inter examination, and at the same time, I had passed 4 papers of ACC. During the external audit, I conducted various external audit assignments like Kohinoor Genetech, Power Line Construction Company, Dustwood, Darda, TDCP, FIDA, etc. While conducting the external audit of Power Line Construction Company, I observed that the draft financial statements had been prepared, ignoring the requirements of IAS 11. So I prepared the revised financial statements as per IAS 11 and restated the comparative financial statement balance sheet and including the retained earning and operating balance sheet of the company. The audit manager, while reviewing my audit file, was really surprised with my working, and he said, "Mati, excellent work." After then, I joined as assistant manager audit in West and conducted supervision of different external audit assignments. After then, I joined as internal auditor Messrs. Punjab Irrigation Drainage Authority, being an autonomous body. I was involved in the preparation of annual financial statements, review of internal controls, examine the external audit. But I performed as a key role in while performing the different financial investigations and inquiries. At the same time, I passed my ACCA exam in February 2030. I joined Messrs. New Product Industries, Class, as financial planning internal supervisor in October 2016. Class is a manufacturer of PVC and CPVC plastic pipe. I prepared the complete reconciliation plan of all balance sheet heads. While conducting the monthly reconciliation, I highlighted the major discrepancies in the heads relating to deferred cost, CWIP, and bank interest expenses. While carrying out the internal monthly reconciliation, I highlighted the short recording of 4 million bank interest expense and its wrong deferring in the balance sheet. I presented my report to the newly appointed CFO, who was really surprised with my working, and both employees who were responsible for these discrepancies were held responsible. I also highlighted the discrepancies and weaknesses in the recording of the accurate product costing. At the moment, I am performing as financial analyst and involved in the preparation of the financial statements, preparation of budget, variance analysis, managing insurance portfolio, etc. The big journeys start with a single step. So I think by joining and taking this single step towards joining the Toastmaster International, I will grow up and improve my interpersonal and communication skills, and it will enhance my leadership skills, and it will give me the confidence of speaking before the public. So it will go a long way in my professional development and improvement. And so in the near future, I look forward myself to be to join the more challenging roles for my professional development and growth, and to become the part of a professional and dynamic organization. Thank you so much.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Sorry, I don't know what happened, but I just lost the audio for last couple of minutes. Thank you, Toastmaster Matthew Hasmi, for that wonderful introduction of yourself and explaining your journey right from education to your professional background to your family. Wonderful, well-prepared introduction. And with that, can we move to the next prepared speech?
Yes.
Which is an L2P1 speech. Do we have Toastmaster, do we have DTM Sridhar already in the meeting now?
Sundar is there. Yeah, he's there. Dr. Sundar is there.
Yes, I'm here.
Dr. Sundar will be the evaluator. DTM Sundar is an associate consultant and an oral surgeon at the King South University Medical City. He is a Toastmaster since 2017, currently club president of the Taj Toastmasters Club, VPPR Gargana TMC, and club mentor at MECA KSA Club, which is our club. He is a Division B champion, district semi-finalist in International Speech Contest 2019-2020, and recently he has been recognized as a distinguished Toastmaster. Can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Sundar and to have him come and explain the objectives of the next speaker of his speaker.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the
Dr. Sundar.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sanath. My speaker today is going to deliver his first project from level 2. And this project is about understanding your communication style. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his primary style. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his style on others. The speech title is I Am a Perfectionist, and the speech length would be 5 to 7 minutes. Timer, please note, it will be 5 to 7 minutes. So all the very best to my speaker today, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sanath.
Thank you, DTM Sundar. Our next speaker, he comes from the one beautiful city of Chennai in India. He's a transportation engineer and planner and had made a mid-career shift banking after completing his MBA in finance and management. So that tells you he is a lifetime learner. He did his engineering, started his career, then did his MBA, and now he's joined Toastmaster to further learn and improve. So he is indeed one indefatigable person, very consistent in efforts and continued learning. And this, in spite, is able to devote this time for continuous improvement after being a husband of a wife, and a father to 3 lovely children. So can I invite Toastmaster Hidayatullah to present his L2P2 speech? Toastmaster Hidayatullah, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My topic is not I'm a perfectionist. It is understanding my communication style. I think the previous one was circulated by mistake, the one which I did last. Let me start my speech
So
now.
in that case, the previous one was also understanding your communication style.
No, no, there was an there was an error, Dr. Sundar. Now he's giving it again.
Okay.
I sent my speech file yesterday to MEMA. Okay, so let me start. Communication is a two-way process through which we reach mutual understanding by using verbal, non-verbal, and written message. Communication style is the way in which we interact with one another. Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Today, I'm going to talk about the different communication styles and take a journey along with you in identifying my communication style. As part of my level 2 first project, I was to study different communication styles. I did my research and found there are 4 generic communication styles. Let me share. Can you see my screen presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So during the course of my research, I found there are 4 generic types of communication styles. Passive, aggressive, and assertive. You would have noticed in an argument between two persons, one person would be displaying a very aggressive style, while the other person would be displaying a passive style. If both were aggressive, we know what would have happened. Coming to the passive aggressive style, this is mostly used by children, which is a balancing between the passive and aggressive style. If we are given a choice to choose from these 4 communication styles, we will definitely use the assertive one since it displays a more of a positive communication style. I then remembered having seen a different categorization of communication style on the Toastmasters website, which I was supposed to learn and complete this project. Toastmasters has 4 categories of communication style, which is direct communication style, initiating communication style, supporting communication style, and analytical communication style. In the direct communication style, a person is focused, result-oriented, and ambitious, and he appears to be strong-willed and demanding. In the initiating communication style, a person is sociable, very enthusiastic, and fun-loving. He appears to be self-assured and innovating and persuasive. In the supportive style of communication style, a person is usually calm, steady, and approachable, and appears to be dependable and loyal. In the analytical style of communication, a person is precise, exact, and analytical, and appears to be a perfectionist and self-reliant. If you look at these 4 communication styles, we can usually relate it to how you use it on a day-to-day life. For example, when I walk into my son's room and ask him, hey, why are you watching YouTube and not studying? Focus on your studies. Here, I am being direct. no negotiations at all. I had a childhood friend, a very fun-loving and easy-to-go fellow. He has the knack of initiating a conversation with even a stranger. Example, he goes to anybody and says, "Hi boss, how are you? I'm Satish. I'm studying in so-and-so. And what do you do and what's your name?" So he is a very good icebreaker. So this is the initiating style of communication. We just learned that analytical communicators like hard data, real numbers, and they like very specific language and dislike vague language. For example, when someone tells you tails are positive, you're likely to ask, what does positive mean? 10%? 20%? Give me a number. I can relate this to my work life. As I receive a lot of feasibility study reports of different projects for my review. When I read statements like, there is a huge demand for electricity in the region, I really get irritated. I put my comment, please quantify the demand and send back the report. When your wife is sad or depressed, what do? I'm sure you will console her by saying, I love you, darling. I am with you today. Together, we will solve this issue. This is the supportive style of communication. To identify your communication style, Toastmasters have this questionnaire which is in front of you, which will help you to identify your style of communication. There are 12 questions in all, and you need to choose the answer which corresponds to the best which is applicable to you. And these answers are classified into the 4 buckets of communication. So I filled my questionnaires and looked at the results. And this is the result which I saw. The result of my responses to the questionnaire, as you will see from a result, my predominant style of communication is analytical, which I 100% agree. I also use supportive communication style as well as direct and initiating communication style sometimes. So dear friends, in conclusion, I would like to highlight that communication styles are not fixed for each person. They are rather often situational, and we tend to adapt different styles of communications to different types of situations. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Sanath, you are muted.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Sridhar, Sundar, for pointing out. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Hidayatullah, for that wonderful speech, wherein today we have learned what are the different types of speeches or communication styles. During this speech, I was thinking, I started analyzing what is my kind of communication style, and I will probably ponder over it in further detail after the session. So now the 2 prepared speeches are over. Timer, can you please let us know whether both the speakers are qualified?
Yes, both speakers are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Norman. Can we have the voting for the prepared speech, Dr. Sundar?
Yeah, I am sharing the voting.
Can you share the voting? So
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry,
DT
point
and
of order. We will not have the voting here, Dr. Sundar, because one was an icebreaker and one was the prepared speech.
Sorry?
No, usually we do have a voting because both were project speeches. So we still will be having the voting.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, DT and Sundar, for that clarification. So, while the voting is going on, it is time to move on to the next most interesting session of a Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topics. Table topics don't give you time to prepare, right? We had a prepared speeches. In table topics, you don't have the time to prepare. And impromptu speeches basically prepare you for times when you might be kind of a mic is put in front of your what are you saying speak like what the journalists do all the time. So it actually makes you tough in terms of it helps you think on your feet. And I think over a period of time, with enough practice, we can handle the situations very well where we are asked to speak impromptu. Suddenly we are taken off guard and said, okay, can you make a small speech? Then table topics speeches help you prepare in on that aspect. So we have a wonderful person to do the table topics. The table topics is being conducted by Toastmaster Hidayatullah. Toastmaster Hidayatullah is a transportation engineer. He started his career with Al Razi Bank in 2004. He has a very vast experience. He couldn't have started his career in 2004. I think this was his start of the career in the Middle East, because he's a long career of 30 years as transportation engineer in his various roles in project finance, as a senior director, head of project finance in Al Raji Bank, as a national he joined National Center for Privatization and PPP Ministry of Finance, the government of Saudi Arabia, as a senior executive advisor and in the transportation sector. So can I have Toastmaster Hidayatullah to conduct the table topics? Over to you, Toastmaster Hidayatullah.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning once again. The purpose of the table topic table master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce the topic and call upon speakers who will be given 2 minutes to speak on the subject. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. So let me start. I have a wheel spinner to select the table topic speaker. So I'm going to start it now. So our table topic speaker is going to be Muhammad Noman. And the topic So the topic is, once you choose hope, anything is possible. Over to you, Mohammad Noman.
Point of order, Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg. Kindly stop your screen share once you are done.
Okay.
Sorry, can you please repeat the topic, because I'm just leaving, but I have to just attempt this speech and then I will leave.
Okay.
Hope is sorry, yep.
Once you choose hope, anything is possible.
When you choose hope, anything is possible. Yep. Thank you, table topic master. The topic assigned to me is, when you choose hope, anything is possible. No, hope. What is hope? I think hope is like just like an oxygen for anyone to move in the right directions. If we have hope to go anything, we can just do any miracles and we can just do anything in our life. I just like to share my one personal experience. What is hope? I just appear my FSC in pre-medical. At that time, I just when I found off to becoming a doctor like any other Pakistani or Indian students, that you go to the pre-medical and just become a doctor and continue that field. At that stage of time, in the first attempt, I did not able to attempt clear the marks to go to the enter into the any medical college in Punjab, Pakistan. So I have only two options. Either we will just repeat and just redo and try my luck and try in the next year. And the other step is just to change my life of education and just move to the other engineering or commerce. So I just discussed with a couple of guys, and then I just get the hope that I think medical is not the only field that you can go and serve the humanity. You have many other fields. You can just go and just move and excel your career in that fields also. So after that, this is the hope and indications that I just move to the right direction and change my line from the medical to the accountancy field. And after that, I will just continue in that one. And by the grace of Allah, I just move in a better position. Now, if I just take about my different, just say, classmates who are with me in the pre-medicals, alhamdulillah, I'm much better from them, because after the medical, if you just go for any specialization and other things, you have to do and keep learning and other things, and you have to update it yourself with the other things. Same is happen with the accountancy also. But if you have a complete one, you can just certification, you don't need any other. If you want to improve, yeah, there is also a level of improvement in all the fields. But for the specialized in medical, so at least you have one specialization to excel in that one. So I think if it is the only hope that we can keep me motivating and keep going. Over to you, table topic evaluator.
You mean table topic master?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Numan. Okay, we'll go to the next table topic. I'm going to spin the wheel again. The topic is, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Okay, I'll repeat. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. I will now invite the member by spinning the wheel again. And the next speaker will be Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hidayatullah, for choosing me, or the wheel for choosing me. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. How many times we are faced with such decisions where we feel, I want to quit this. I cannot do this. And it is very easy to quit. To be very honest, I was faced with that in today's session. I said, okay, am I ready to do the role of a Toastmaster of the day? I said, it's very tough. Let me postpone this to next week. Let me postpone this to next week. But I said, no. The reason why I joined this club is to improve my communication speech or communication. And if I do not take up this role, how am I going to improve? What is the purpose of joining this club if I'm not going to do that? I said, no, come what may, whether I'm prepared or not, whether I'm uh, confident or not, I will still go ahead and play the role. And here I'm standing with you, performing the role of Toastmaster of the day today. And yes, I might have made mistakes. I will make further mistakes during the session, but it will help me probably improve upon my speech and meet the objective with which I joined this club in the first place. And this is exactly what the topic is asking us, that whenever you feel like quitting, think, why did you join? Why did you start a particular role? And that will help you in taking the right decision. And the right decision is probably never quitting, but to bite the bullet, hold the bull by his horns, and ride it. Thank you, Toastmaster Hidayatullah. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal. I can relate your speech to myself very well. I'm also, I think, in the same boat as you. Let me go to the next topic now. The next topic is tough times. This too shall pass. I repeat, tough times, this too shall pass. I'll spin the wheel to invite the next topic speaker. Our next speaker is going to be none other than our President DTM Sridhar. Welcome, Mr. Sridhar.
Tough times don't last. The stuff people do. The great book written by Robert Schuller. We are always faced with such scenario. 20 years back, I had a huge problem, tough time, when I was overlooked for promotion. I had done a lot of work, and I thought I would write the CPA exams and then be distinguished in the fraternity, so that I will be first in any job portals. That was so much of toughness. I had to spend a lot of money traveling to US, come back. Then I said, I will come what may, I will do. I faced a lot of failures. So 4 times I traveled to US, came back, but once even this also failed. My laptop crashed in US before writing the exam. But then what I said was, I had the indefatigable energy to go and pass the exam. I just remembered my dad, who under difficult circumstances also did the same thing. So fellow Toastmasters, finally I passed the exams, and the and everything has become a history. So I tell you all, urge you all to be patient and face the tough times with a great indefatigable energy till you succeed, and have that unfailing faith, unceasing devotion, and unshakable determination till you achieve your goal. That will make you successful in life. Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, DTM Sridhar, for sharing your personal story and also giving your piece of advice. Thank you very much. We'll go to the next topic now. The next topic is, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. So the next table topic speaker will be our guest, Toastmaster Bhaskar. Welcome, Mr. Bhaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Datta. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. For the topic, we are all in the gutter, and if you look into the stars, I can relate myself like I was in the gutter. And with respect to my life, how it was going, my education, my career, and I felt like I was not either, I was stuck in a place. And this happened 5 years back. I came to Saudi Arabia, and I felt like, okay, I achieved something, I got a job, done in a good place, but with just a graduation, I felt like, no, I cannot grow anywhere, I cannot progress. I felt like I was stuck, and there was no next level in my life. So that's what made me to work hard, and I I wanted to see a star. So I put effort, and I cleared my fellowship. I did my master's in finance, and did my Six Sigma. So the point here is like, we all may think like what we are like, but we should have a spirit to see the star. So, and also I can say about this Toastmaster, I knew about this club since 3 years back, and I wanted to join. I wanted to improve my communication skills, but just that I didn't uh, take time or lift my head about to have the spirit to see the star. So the first step should be to just have the motive to see the stars. Then for sure we gonna achieve it uh, in our all walks of our life. So and also to say that there will be some tough times, and we have to be indefatigable. We should put our indefatigable effort and tirelessly to improve or to make the place more beautiful or more aromatic. And if we stay where we are, for sure we're gonna feel like we'll be in gutter. And yeah, so as human beings, and also to personally and professionally, each of us, if we have the spirit, and we should know that there is stars just above our head, and we just have to make the effort to just lift it and see. So we gonna achieve it. This is my personal experience, and I feel like it's my journey to look at the star and to reach it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhaskar, for sharing your story, and always looking for the star to achieve it. Now we will go to the next table topic. The next topic is do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. I'll repeat, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. The next table topic speaker will be DTM Dr. Sundar Ramalingam. Back to you, Dr. Sundar Ramalingam. Welcome.
Can you see me? Okay. Actually, I'll have to do the timing for myself as well. How often do we all pray for everything to be easy in our life? I believe each one of us would have done it at least once in our lifetime. Thank you, Table Topics Master, and all my fellow Toastmasters. Wish you all a warm good morning. And this is indeed something that we all need to introspect on. Do we need to pray for an easy life, or we need to pray for ability to endure a difficult life, or to come over all those difficulties, travesties of life? It is these kind of prayers that give us the indefatigable spirit to come over whatever the challenge may be. Looking back in my years of training, I have always been an easygo person. But once I completed my bachelor's and finished my master's, I had the opportunity to serve as a fellowship in craniofacial surgery. This is like a place where we treat a lot of newborn children with facial deformities. Every time I see a child with a cleft lip, you may all have heard of this one, the split lip, or some kind of facial deformity, I used to see the pain, the tears, and the difficulty which the parents go through. Leave alone the difficulty that the child undergoes. Probably the child is just few months old. It does not even realize that it would be remembering it once it gets treated, that it is all possible. But these kind of situations that I always used to see, that challenges, difficulties can come to us in any form. And this is what indeed taught me a lesson, that life is not always easy. We need to be prepared to walk the difficult path. And this is when I made a mind to pray, or rather think into myself that whatever may it be, the challenge in life is not to have an easy life, but to fight and overcome those challenges. And this lesson taught me something that I am able to follow even till date. And I keep that in my prayers every day. And I wish that we all do that every day. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, for giving me this such an introspective topic. And back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sundarlingam, for sharing your experience. We'll move to the next table topic. The next topic is rejection isn't the end of the road. Rejection isn't the end of the road. Our next table topic speaker will be Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq. Mudassir Farooq, the stage is yours.
Sorry. Thank you, table topic master Hidayatullah, Toastmaster Hidayatullah, for that topic. Interesting topic. Rejection isn't the end of the road. What is rejection? Rejection, you can define it in different ways, but what I see rejection for myself is how you want to be felt in someone else's opinion. So, what difference does it make how people perceive you, or what is their perception about you? Why take something that you have no control over and ruin your mood or ruin your career or your progression in life? Rejection, failures, these should be the stepping stones to your future successes. We had Toastmaster Noman gave an example. I have a similar example as well, that after I completed my higher education studies, I wanted to become a doctor. And the only difference was I got admitted in a medical school as well. But I was not comfortable, so I dropped off. And after I dropped out of the school, I had this bombardment of questions from the people around. My friends, my relatives, they were viewing me as a person who has failed, who does not have anything of value to offer to them. It was a rejection from the society that if I could not become a doctor, I am a failure in life. But as much as I would want to thank my parents, the words do not suffice. It was their indefatigable support at that time that they are the one who taught me that rejection is nothing. It's useless if you cannot use it for your betterment. I shifted from medicine to accounts, and I would say I'm in a pretty good position right now. And if I would have become a doctor, definitely I would have been in a better position. There is no doubt about it. The cultural acceptance that we have is totally different. But saying what I want to say here is that do not take words of people and impose them on yourself, because people who matter will not let you down, and people who do not matter will always try to pull you down. So at the end, use your rejection, use your failures as a stepping stone for success. And back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mudassir, for sharing your rejection story and overcoming and moving forward. Toastmaster of the day, do we have time for another table topic speaker?
Yes, Toastmaster Hidayatullah, we are doing good on time. We can have another couple of topics if you like.
Okay, great. We have only 2 more participants.
So why not have both of them?
Sure.
The benefit, or we have the benefit of listening to both of them.
Yeah, thank you. The next topic is, if you are going through hell, keep going. If you are going through hell, keep going. So the next table topic speaker will be Toastmaster Rupesh Kumar. Welcome, Toastmaster Rupesh Kumar.
If you are going through the hell, keep going. I think a lot of time in our life we face such a situation, and then we'll try to call it quit. I think most of us might have been such a situation, I think once or twice in a life, and then we have to make a call whether we have to take a quit or whether we have to identify the positive side of this with indefatigable energy. So good morning, Toastmaster of the day and all the colleagues. So given a choice, I think whenever we are in such a situation, we should identify what are the positive and how to come out of this. Even in my life, I have gone through the situation where I have to take a call whether I have to make a quit or I have to move forward. When I came to Qatar 13 years back, I was working for one of the reputed company. But the moment I joined, within 15 days or 20 days, I identified here anything you touch or anything you try to see, there is a problem. Either it is a managing people, process, system, or anything. So then I have to make a choice whether I should continue or I should make a quit. So I went to my CFO and I said, see, I want to quit and I want to move on. But then we discussed why I came to this place at the first region itself to take a challenge. Then I said, okay, fine, let me think. And I identified what are the positive things if I come out of this, and then I should be able to develop myself and give it to organization. And then from that day onward, now from last 13 and a half years, I am working this organization. We worked out each and every area. We improved upon the people. We improved upon the process. We improved upon the system. Now I think I can say within this industry in Qatar, we are at the best in a town. So this is possible through indefatigable energy, and that is also synonymous with the Kaizen. That is a continuous improvement. So with indefatigable energy and proper planning, I think we can come out of any of the challenges. Instead of making a quit, we should always see the positive side of the coin, and we should go forward in our life. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and hand over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupesh, for showing indefatigable energy in your life. We have the last table topic speaker. Let's choose a topic for him. There are 2 topics left. The next topic is failure is the most important ingredient of success. Failure is the most important ingredient of success. May I invite Toastmaster Mati to take stage and give your speech?
Thank you so much. If we look at
point of information, Toastmaster Mati, we are not able to hear you properly. Could you please increase your microphone volume or adjust it?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you, but it is faint. It's very low voice.
Low voice. Now you can hear? Sorry, now you can hear?
Yeah, a bit better. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And like in everyone's life, we face failure, and but the question is this: that whether we take these failures and quit our progress, or we continue and identify our negative points or the reasons of the failure, why we get failed, and we analyze ourselves, we analyze our strategies, and where we are lacking something, we have any deficient points or big points, we take advice on those matters and redraft our strategy. This is the most efficient way to overcome those failures. So I will recall to my life, and like in the CA studies, like in CA examination part 2, I have to appear. I prepared more than 1 attempts, but I continued my progress. I continued my education. I took the classes for the subjects where I was feeling to be not up to the mark. So I continued my progress. I did not quit, and I did not lose heart by those failures. And finally, I passed my CA inter examination. So is the message for all that do not quit and do not lose your progress by your failures, but identify your weaknesses and where you lack up to the mark and redraft your strategy. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mati, for sharing how you overcome your failures. Back to Toastmaster of the day. This is the end of the table topic session.
Kindly unmute, Toastmaster Sanath. Kindly unmute, please.
Thank you, Dr. Sundar, for pointing out. Thank you, Table Topics Master Hidayatullah, for that wonderful table topic session. What a fine selection of topics, all in alignment with the theme of the day. So, and you have a nice deal choosing the topics as well as the speaker. So it's all the more interesting. You're all waiting with breath. Who is going to be the next? What is going to be the next topic, and who is going to be the next speaker? So very interesting. Thank you.
The wheel is courtesy Toastmaster Mohammad Noman.
Yes, yes. He introduced it to the club, and he shares with everyone. Thank you. I think he's had to leave early from the meeting, so probably we'll thank him in the next meeting. So just to check, Dr. Sundar, did all the speakers qualify?
All the table topic speakers except our guest, Mr. Bhaskar, and Toastmaster Mudassir are qualified. So I'll just share the voting link.
Thank you. So tough times don't last. Tough people do, and all our participants and speakers in our today's session, they have been really tough. They have outlasted the tough time, or at least for people who are still not very confident and comfortable speaking in public. The time they are speaking is obviously a tough time, and it's like a continuous race between that time, the speaking time, and their abilities to speak and ride through that time. So with that, I think we need to move now. While the voting is in progress for the table topics, it is time to move to the next session, which is the evaluation table session, which basically tells us all how did we perform as a club, as individual speakers, whether or in case of the prepared speeches, did we meet the objectives of the speech, what are the areas of improvement, and this will obviously help the speakers improve, make corrections, course corrections, and take their communication to the next level. And similarly, it applies to the table topics speakers as well. So the table topic speakers who have been kind of presented or put in a spot to speak on a particular topic, and they have kind of risen to the challenge, how they have done. And to conduct this session, we have one of the senior most members of the Toastmasters fraternity in Riyadh, or in Saudi or in the region, I would say, who is with us to conduct or play the role of the general evaluator. Our general evaluator, he has been a passionate member of the Toastmasters for over 23 years. And in fact, he played a very important role in formation of District 79, both in the Middle East and then in Saudi Arabia. He is a certified public accountant from the California Board of Accountancy, and he actively coaches students for passing the US CPA examinations. In fact, he has been recently awarded or certified as a world-class speaking coach. So he's not only the coach in speaking, but he's coach in speaking, he's coach in the CPA examinations, apart from his regular day job. So he is a person with multiple interests and multiple feathers in his cap. So without, I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, he has so many qualifications that probably will take another maybe 15-20 minutes. We will not be able to finish his full set of qualifications and introductions. So let me invite DTM Sridhar as a general evaluator. The stage is yours, DTM Sridhar.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for your generous introduction. Evaluation is the backbone of the Toastmasters program. How does evaluation differentiate in Toastmasters differ from other programs? Because we get instant feedback. Not only instant feedback, but the feedback in such a manner that the speaker, the organizers are motivated to incorporate the changes and come back and speak and grow. This is what evaluation in Toastmasters program does. One of our chartered presidents, not one, he's a chartered president of a club, Jacob Abraham, said that feedback is a breakfast of champions. If you want to be a champion, get more feedback, crave for feedback, and then incorporate it. And for to be a great speaker, take the feedback, take the recommendation, incorporate it in your next time speech. Be diligent and be indefatigable in pursuit of becoming a great speaker. So today, I have a set of great evaluators who will be evaluating the speeches at first. The first evaluator is a dynamic leader who is now pushing the envelopes and coming in spite of tough times. He is an indefatigable person to pursue the growth of speaking and leading also. He is a finance manager in a food manufacturing company in Saudi Arabia. He's there for 36 years. Please help me welcome Mudassir Farooq to evaluate our icebreaker speaker, Mati Hashmi.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster and President Sridhar, for that generous introduction. My speaker, Mati Hashmi. Are you there? I cannot see you. Where are you? Yes, Mati Hashmi. Are you, hopefully you're focusing and you're listening.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I would like to congratulate you on the work well done. This was your icebreaker speech, and you have done a tremendous job in informing the people of your specialities and how you have overcome different adversities in life to reach where you are today. After seeing you, I had I was thinking, is this the first time you're delivering your speech, or you have delivered your icebreakers before and you were just rehearsing it on the Toastmasters platform? Anyways, well done. You have delivered your message in a very emphatic manner, and please keep up this indefatigable energy that you have, and you will excel. You will reach to what you have set out to. The condition is that you incorporate what is being informed to you, and you excel and you give in your efforts in order to ensure that you implement and you successfully climb the ladder of changes. However, there are some things definitely which you need to work on, and just some few things that I would say is before any such event, just test your mic and your speakers to make sure that your voice is being properly heard. The voice was clear, but it was a bit faint. So if you could check your mic next time before delivering your speech, it is definitely going to help you and to help the listeners as well to easily understand what you're saying. Try to smile, I know we are in the accounts profession, we need to be all serious, it's all numbers and everything, but try to smile, give that impression that, oh, you are happy, you are comfortable, and you're here by your own will. You're not being forced to do something here. So try to smile. It helps deliver your message in a good manner. Open your hands. If you're going to stuck them, if you're going to clasp them together, you won't be able to do anything. So open them. You have the space, you have your arms, your hands, you can use them, give different gestures. It helps captivate your audience. They are also more willing to see things happening on the screen rather than some holding the hands together and delivering a sermon. So you're here to deliver a speech. You're here to communicate. So you have your verbal communication, which are your words, and then you have your non-verbal communication, which are your gestures, your eye movements, your facial movements, and stuff like this. There are some things which I would like that if you challenge yourself on, and those things would be that voice modulation. Like whenever you're sad, try to feel sad. When you're happy, try to be energetic. So voice modulation helps you deliver your message in a more clear and precise manner. And the second thing which I would really ask you to challenge yourself is to use the space around you. Try to use the space around you, like how you can use the different angles of the camera for your benefit. Overall, you have achieved your objective, which was to introduce yourself to the members, and you have done it wonderfully. These are just some suggestions. Please incorporate them, and you will definitely be a very well speaker. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Mudassir Farooq, for a wonderful evaluation. A next evaluator is an all-rounder. He's not only a champion speaker, but a champion leader. He recently was awarded as a distinguished Toastmaster in a very short time, for maybe in 3 years. What is unmatched about him is an indefatigable energy to pursue his goals. He's not only an oral surgeon in King Saud University, he's also a great mentor. He's a current president of TAS Toastmasters Club and has been a mentor for PSU Falcons and our MECA Toastmasters Club, and also helps Karagana Toastmasters Club in their public relations. He has been a person of impeccable integrity and also my close friend. Please help me welcome Dr. Sundar to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Hidayatullah.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator, and a special thanks to my speaker, Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg for bringing out a great speech on communication styles. For Toastmasters, we all wonder what communication is all about. Okay? But very often we fail to realize that there are different types of communication styles which we can use to our benefit. Toastmaster Hidayatullah today actually did a great job in explaining those communication styles. He spoke about the aggressive, the passive aggressive, and the assertive forms of communication style, which we often hear about in the management and B schools. And also he went on to explain to us about the Toastmasters type of communication styles, which is about the initiative, then the communicating kind of thing. I'm sorry, I'm unable to recollect that one. So that was actually a great way to bring in his speech. And next up, when he went on to the body of the speech, he moved on to give out examples of each one of these communication styles, be it communicating with his son, be it how he deals with when he gets project reports or proposals for detailing or review. And also he gave us an example of how he would communicate with his wife. And this was actually a great way to impress upon the audience on what communication styles are and how we could use them. And he also went on to say that he did a survey of himself and he found out that he is actually a person who is actually an analytical type of a communicating person. Great speech on the whole. The best parts of his speech were his detailing of the different communication styles, be it in the generic form or in the TMI form, and then giving out those examples. As we always say, that the idea of evaluation is to take feedback and take us towards the next step that is targeting towards excellence. Toastmaster Hidayatullah, if I am supposed to, or if I am allowed to give you a feedback, the first thing that I would suggest to you is like you used a prop, you used a PowerPoint presentation as a prop, but we could see a lot of areas for improvement in that one. Probably you could have used a much more better graphic. It was just 5 slides. You could have improved upon the graphic rather than bringing out those screenshots directly from the TMI website. Second thing is the PowerPoint presentation itself, you did not go into the presenter view. You are just showing us the slide sort of. We can see all your 5 slides on one side and we know what you're going to present up next. So when you're focusing on a PowerPoint presentation, make sure that it is impeccable, immaculate, and irreplaceable. And the second thing is when you are delivering this project, according to the project criteria, you're not supposed to give out detailed information about the project content. You are supposed to just touch and go on them and rather explain with examples. Of course, you did use examples, but there is always an area where you could have cut down on detailing the project content. There is no need for you to show the survey. The screenshot of the survey was not at all, it did serve a purpose. It did not serve a purpose. So you could rather say that I did a survey and I found out that I'm an analytical kind of person. And I'm able to relate that because every time I get a proposal for review, I analyze on the quantifying details of the matter that is being presented to me. So this is how you put it across when you give it on a speech. The third important recommendation that I would like to suggest to you is when we are communicating in a public speaking platform such as this, be it physical or be it online, the most important thing that we need to focus is on our non-verbal communication styles. I know you are an accomplished professional. Your verbal communication skills are immaculate, indefatigable rather. But the non-verbal communication, like using your voice modulation, using your hand gestures, you are a little bit stoic. Feel free, relax. We are all your friends. We are not going to corner you for whatever you say. So feel free, relax, and also give out a smile and then use your hands freely, use your gestures, make voice modulations. Imagine if you were talking to your wife, is this the way you would be talking? If you were talking to your son, is this the way you would be talking? Bring those highs and lows in the voice. That's what keeps us all engaged to what you are saying. On the whole, a great speech on understanding communication styles, a great presentation of the different types of communication styles with examples, with these subtle improvements, focusing on the prop usage, especially the PowerPoint presentation, using nonverbal communication, and avoiding bringing content from the project details would definitely take your speech to the next higher level. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Dr. Sundar.
Thank you, Dr. Sundar, for your detailed evaluation in depth, and I hope Hidayatullah will benefit, and in the next project will incorporate those recommendations. So now, the person who will be evaluating our table topics, I think he has got a lot of topics. Doctor, how many minutes we have to give for this evaluation?
So we had 8 table topic speeches, so it will be 30 seconds per speaker. So 4 minutes green, 4.5 yellow, 5 will be red, 5.5 minutes for completing the evaluation.
Okay. Yes. So again, our table topics evaluator. Now he's just hardly 6 months old in Toastmasters, but he has already taken to Toastmastering like fish in water. The way he is now multitasking. Anything, anybody is not available, he's there. He says, I will do it. He will do it. That's a hallmark of a leader. He takes responsibility and delivers it. So even in difficult, tough times we are facing, this guy is so tough that he will succeed. He's so indefatigable. Please help me welcome Mudassir Farooq to evaluate the table topics speakers.
Before Toastmaster Mudassir starts, point of information, Toastmaster Mudassir, are you able to see the timer screen?
I have to slide on in order for all the. Yeah, now I can see. Yes.
Unfortunately, both of your previous speeches, you went beyond time. Probably you are not able to see that. I can see that you're using a mobile phone. So just keep the timer screen in front of you, and you can speak towards the camera.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Journal Evaluator, and thank you, Timer, for pointing it out. I missed the timers in both times. Anyways, I'll try to wrap this up as quickly as possible. First of all, Toastmaster Hadayatullah, job well done. The topics you selected were as per our theme of the day, and they were definitely there so that the word of the day could be used as well. Some generic comments that I have for all the speakers, except for distinguished Toastmasters Sridhar and Dr. Sundar, is that whenever you're speaking, and this includes myself as well, is that stand up before delivering the speech, because once you stand up, you are focused, your attention is there, and then you have the space as well in order to move around, to show gestures and everything. So stand up before delivering the speech. And the second thing is that although you do not have time, this is an impromptu session where you need to think quickly off your feet, but always whenever you're delivering something, have an opening, have a body, and then have a closing as well. So as just a point of improvement for everyone is that if you could remember some sayings or some proverbs which can be helpful for you in such situations, or you can have a one-liner that starts that helps you to initiate or to capture the audience attention when you're starting your speech. And then your conclusion, that is also an important thing, because after you've delivered your message, you need to deliver what you want the audience to take away from your speech. Overall, it was an amazing session. All the speakers, they did an amazing job. If you can go back for all the newcomers, just please, once the recording is available, see how distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar and Dr. Sundar have delivered their table topic sections. And this is a point which you can take the pointers from there, that how you can have your speeches in the future. If I go through one by one, Toastmaster Noman, he has left, but the same point for him is that he needs to, whenever he's delivering a speech, he needs to stand up and have more gestures. His non-verbal communication skills need to be improved. Toastmaster Sanat Agarwal, your topic was when you feel like quitting, remember why you started it. So I would suggest that you need to have some voice modulations, your highs and lows, so that you can deliver your message. Again, the non-verbal part of the communication is very essential here. Then we have distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar. What can I say, sir? You're the mentor for the club, a role model for everyone. Just please rewind and see how to speak in a table topic session. Our next speaker was Bhaskar. We are all in a gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars was your topic. You spoke well. Again, the thing is that you need to be feeling comfortable. When you were delivering your speech, it was as if you were being forced to deliver it. Please just a bit smile, two fingers here, lift your cheeks, and be relaxed. I know it's easier said than done. Even today, whenever I have to deliver a speech, I get red ears, I get sweaty, but these are the things you need to overcome, because if you're not going to overcome these, your initial starting is going to suffer. So please try to overcome these. Come with a smile, be relaxed. No one is going to point out that you said something wrong or you did something wrong. So this is your, just think of it that you're practicing it in a mirror, and behind the mirror you have people sitting there just watching you. Then we had distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Sundar, another role model, mentor for the club. Please go back and see how he delivered his speech. This is also something we can learn from him as well. Then it was myself, again, the same thing. I felt that I could have stood up and delivered my speech. My voice modulations need to improve. Next was Rupesh. Rupesh, I think you need to have your camera angles better off. We were seeing you from the lower side. So before delivering, just make sure that you have the camera at a level, at your eye level. So whenever you're delivering, the people, they feel that as if they have an eye-to-eye contact. And now I believe you're ready to give your icebreaker speech. So please come up and do it. The last speaker was Matiur Rahman. Failure is the most important ingredient of success. Matiur Rahman, like I told you before, you need to give yourself speak, just be relaxed and a smile on your face, and you will do wonders. That is it from my side. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Mudassir Farooq, for your crisp evaluation. Timer, were all those evaluators qualified?
Only Toastmaster Mudassir for his table topics evaluation is qualified. Neither Toastmaster Mudassir for his prepared speech nor me for the prepared speech evaluation of Toastmaster Hidayatullah, we are not qualified. So there is no voting because only one evaluator is qualified.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And now we have our meeting leaders. Today I find that most of us use the word indefatigable. I'm so happy about it. First, our word master. Could you please give our the report? The word master.
Sorry, General Evaluator, my son just came in, so I was telling him to leave. Yes, the report for the today is, since I was doing the grammarian role as well, can I just give both reports together?
Yeah, both of you.
Okay, thank you. The word master, the word of the day was indefatigable, and I saw that we had 6 users who had used it. Sanat used it thrice, Sridhar had used it 4 times, Bhaskar twice, Dr. Sundar twice, Rupesh twice, myself twice. I would suggest and I would encourage all the other Toastmasters as well that whenever you have a word of the day, try to use it as much as possible, because this will help you to increase your vocabulary. For the grammarian role, I saw that there was good usage of the words. I did not encounter any improper usage, some small slight here and there, which can be improved once we are going on. However, there's some words, there were some sayings which I liked, so I would like to highlight upon them. Matiur Rahman said that big things start with small steps. Hidayatullah said that rather often situational. I like this sentence. Sanat said, hold the bull by horns and ride it. And Sridhar said that have unfailing faith. That is it from my side, General Evaluator.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Thank you for what Mudassir Farooq. Now we have the R counter report.
Thank you, DTM Sridhar. I see a lot of us have improved during the course of the few months we have been in Toastmasters. We have stopped using the unnecessary words. From my observation, I found that Toastmaster Mati used our words in both his icebreaker speech as well as in the table topic speech quite a few times. I hope he concentrates and he tries to avoid those words. And Toastmaster Rupesh used it twice in his table topic speech. That's it from back to you, General Violator.
Thank you so much, Hidayatullah. Now our timers report.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Let me share my screen. And I should really appreciate Toastmaster Norman for helping prepare this beautiful Excel sheet for sharing the timers report. So, as for the prepared speeches, we could see that Toastmaster Matiur Rahman Al-Hashmi, he took 5 minutes and he was qualified, and Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg, he took 7 minutes and 29 seconds. He is also qualified. For table topics, we see that Toastmaster Muhammad Noman took 2 minutes and 10 seconds, Toastmaster Sanat Agrawal 2 minutes 16 seconds, DTM Sridhar 2 minutes 13 seconds, guest Mr. Bhaskar, he took 2 minutes 42 seconds, myself, I took 2 minutes 21 seconds, Toastmaster Mudassir took 2 minutes 44 seconds, Toastmaster Rupesh took 2 minutes 26 seconds, and Toastmaster Matiur Rahman Hashmi 1 minute and 52 seconds. All of them are qualified except for guest Mr. Bhaskar and Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq. For the speech evaluation, during the prepared speech evaluation, Toastmaster Mudassir, he took 3 minutes 54 seconds. He's not qualified. And I took 4 minutes and 4 seconds, so I am also not qualified. Toastmaster Mudassir, once again, for his table topics evaluation, he was well within the time limit. He took 5 minutes and 4 seconds, so he is qualified. And that comes to the end of the timers report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Dr. Sundar, for your in-depth report. Now, my comments and my observations. First of all, let me congratulate Mr. Bhaskar. Although being a guest, he spoke so well. After becoming a Toastmaster and joining the club, I don't know, the sky is limit. It never looked. His table topics was so good. The speech, but only thing, he went over time because he was not aware. So that's a small thing for a starter. In fact, when I was a guest, I couldn't even speak 2 sentences coherently. That's the way of. That is really a great. Please give a round of applause to Bhaskar, please. And we encourage you to join the club and see sky will be the limit. Secondly, also our new speaker, icebreaker, Matiur Hashmi. It was really superb. The way you organized your speech. The butterflies will be there because first time you're introducing yourself. My only thing is that be consistent, have the indefatigable energy to continue to pursue excellence in speaking. One small suggestion, I would say, that since it was an icebreaker, you need to also involve your family, where you came from. You need to know where you came from, what your family, your parents, brothers, sisters, your schooling, where. So, it's not only your CV, it's just talking about yourself. That's what I noted. And overall, it was a great meeting, although we had less attendance due to various other reasons, because people were very busy in their office. So whatever, see, even if we have less participants, we have to make the meeting excellent. So that, and one of a few suggestions which I would like to make is that let us send the meeting agenda well in advance, maximum by Wednesday. And we should finalize the big 3 within 2 days and other things, so that we have time to call guests, time to call people around. I would recommend our VP Education and our membership who are working too close together. So although they are doing a great job, but yet this will enhance our quality of our meeting, so that we can call other people when we send the agenda earlier. All in all, it was a wonderful meeting, and only a point of suggestion for our Toastmaster of the day, he had an excellent way he presented, that the evaluators need to be introduced by the general evaluator. You only introduce the speaker of the day. Okay, and whenever we call the speaker, we may name him last to keep the suspense on. So I would like all of you all to please complete all your projects, because December 3rd week or so we'll have our contest. So we need only Mudassir has completed level 2. So we require all of you all to complete your level 2 so that we have a great contest. And I recommend most of you all to please come for the Taj mock contest on Tuesday, so you can observe what contest is all about. So all in all, it was a great meeting. I would request Dr. Sundar to kindly put the voting for best meeting leader, and also the big three. Big three is yours truly, Sanat Agarwal and Hidayatullah. So I would like to, while the voting is going on, I'd like Mr. Bhaskar to give a feedback on the meeting.
Mr. Bhaskar, he left in between because he had a budget issue.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else, Dr. Sundar, you wanted to tell?
Nothing, sir. I would appreciate if the members are able to join and witness the contests that's happening in Taj. We'll be having a mock contest this week as well, and we'll be having the club contests coming up next week and the week after. And all the contests would be, of course, it will be on Zoom. It will be on Zoom. And so you can actually join the Zoom link. We will not be doing a telecast because for the contests, we are not supposed to do a telecast due to isolation criteria. There are some times, we use the same topic and same speaker for the table topics and evaluation contests, so we will not be able to broadcast it. So others will be seeing it. But Zoom, it's still possible you can join the hybrid meeting. And that's it. So you can also get ready. I see great potential in table topics with our members. They all are doing a great job. Thanks to Toastmaster Hidayatullah. He gave a very good topics today for table topics. And nearly almost all speakers spoke up to 2 minutes. So that indeed shows that the topics are good and all our speakers have great potential to excel as impromptu speakers. And for table topics, there is no set criteria. Anybody can participate. All that you need is to be a member of the Toastmaster Club. You can participate. But if you wish to participate in the international speech contest, you should have completed 2 levels. And I would appreciate almost all our members who are really very active to go ahead, finish it, and then go for the international speech contest as well. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you. And is the voting ready?
Just
give
me 2 more minutes, sir. If you have any other things, you can take.
Now, dear members, we'll have our XCOM meeting maybe by early next week, so that we have to chart out our DCP points and other things, and also the contests also. We'll finalize the contest dates. And mind you, we are all going to become CEOs, not the C-suite. So hence, we have to show excellence in whatever we do. And it's going to really be making a path-making difference. So let us make our club one of the top clubs. And everyone has the potential to do that. Let us incorporate the feedbacks given and as early as possible, so that we can make mistakes. But if we make the same mistake again, that's the problem. So we don't grow. We learn from mistakes and immediately we incorporate the change. Okay. So I want at least 8 speakers from our club to participate in international speech contest. There are only very few projects people to complete level 2. If we have a great potential and we can win contests, we can give a run for money to even Dr. Sundar. Okay, that's why if you practice. So here are where we have to reach is Dr. Sundar's level of speaking. Okay, and he has reached in 3 years' time. So now, and he's still growing. He's going to be a world-class speaker, So we all have to reach that level. Dr. Sundar, is it ready? Okay.
Yes, it is ready. The results are ready.
Yeah, you can see.
Hello, Toastmasters. Good morning once again. And here we have the results of our today's meeting. Let me just share it with you. And the best speaker is Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg.
Congratulations.
Sorry. The best speaker is Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg. Congratulations to our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Matiur Rahman Hashmi. Our best table topic speaker was Toastmaster Sanat Kumar Agrawal. Best evaluator was Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq for his table topics evaluation. Best meeting leader was Toastmaster Mudassir Farooq again. Best of victory was Toastmaster Hidayatullah Beg. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah, so I make a mistake. I always make a mistake of not announcing the winners. From next time onwards, I will do that. Although Mudassir Farooq very consistently did it when he was a presiding officer, I will do it from next time onwards. I just noticed it later on. Now we need to appreciate our winners. Appreciation, the more we appreciate, the more they will do. So the next week, we should come up with the agenda, final agenda by Wednesday. Okay, and we have more speakers. I think Mudassir and Nauman, please see that we have more speakers next week, and we complete level 2, all the speakers. And who have not completed level 1, please complete level 1. Okay, so tough times won't last, but tough people do. That's way. Let us show that we are tough and indefatigable. And I adjourn the meeting.